Good morning, good afternoon, happy Friday. We're back in the grow tent. Hopefully my internet connection works this time. I'll wait for some people to roll in and see what the feedback is. But it's Friday. I'm in better spirits today, and I'm looking forward to today's live. Good morning, Bernie. I was just saying I hope my internet connection is good. I hope you guys can see and hear me. Unfortunately, I cannot turn down my exhaust fans. They've got to stay on because I've got to get the environment. I'm really having a hard time this week with the environment. Great, loud and clear. All right, so also, now that I'm going to be doing these lives and I don't want to mess around with the lights, I probably will be wearing my glasses from time to time, so don't make fun of me. What's up, Death Squad? Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Waffles. Good morning, Bernie. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, and I feel better today. What's up, Hippie J? Yes, everybody smash that like button. It's been a week, a crazy week, and today I woke up and I was like, all right, enough of depressed. Well, yesterday I had some crazy internet issues. It actually started because I was going to check my pulse, not my pulse, but my pulse device, and the connection wasn't working. And so anyways, I figured, you know what, instead of having like a hectic live and feeling like shit about it after because the connection wasn't good, I said, you know what, this is the universe telling me to take a step back and just take a beat for a minute. So that's what I did. I regrouped yesterday. I took care of other things that I had to get done, and this morning I woke up and I decided that I'm done being upset, and we are going to get things back on track, do our best to salvage whatever we can, and screw being sad. Am I right? So, but you guys, I was seriously depressed. It was like somebody died. Like, honestly, it was, it's a very sad thing when you lose plants. It could be super tough. And so, yeah, I really struggled with that one. But it happens. The only reason why I was so upset because I put a lot of work into that. That's 5 months. Months in the garbage. Oh well. It is what it is. So, every day I've been assessing the plants closely. I've been spraying everything. So I've been using the Prop 1. I've been spraying every day. I was going to do it twice a day, but was it Bernie? Somebody in the chat said be careful with spray because you'll add humidity or you'll increase the humidity. And that's what happened this morning. I gave everything a good spray a couple of hours before the lights came on, and it really increased the humidity, which probably is a winner. I just didn't think it would increase it by that much. So like every night I've been losing sleep since I discovered the mildew because it's, again, this is the regular issue that I have. When it gets cooler outside, my air conditioning obviously decreases. Therefore, the house is warmer and the humidity is higher. And so some great news to start off the day. I decided to tackle the dehumidifier again and just double check the manual, double check that I'm doing everything right. So I took it apart again to see if there was a fuse in the compressor. There wasn't. And then I realized, and this is really stupid, you guys, this is probably because I've been so overwhelmed and I haven't slowed down to properly think, but I actually didn't have it on the right mode. And so if you don't have it on the right mode, the compressor doesn't turn on. And so I'm still testing it before I bring it in the tent just to make sure, but I think I've got it working now. So by tomorrow, I will have a dehumidifier in here and I will get my humidity under control. So I was reading yesterday that for early growth stages, you want your humidity to be like 55 to 65% for, depending on what veggies we're talking about. And then you want your flowering veggies to be around 40 to 55% or 40 to 50 or something like that. And so my humidity, you guys, is like 70. It's so bad that last night, 2 nights in a row, I've had a dream of an alert that doesn't even exist. It was like an alert on my Pulse Pro app. And yes, Bernie, the Pulse is a game changer. But yeah, so I was using the Pulse app in my dream, and in my dream I got an alert that says, "What the f are you doing? Your tent is so effing hot." Then I woke up and I was like, so yeah, we're gonna get the dehumidifier in here. I've got some water bottles in the freezer to get into our res, so we're gonna get our water cold. No, it is not healthy for the house either. No, it is not. 50% any higher and the buds get moldy. Yes, so it really depends on the size of the environment too, right? And 70% in like this, that's a lot of humidity. And so right now I've gotten it down to 57, which is still high. I've moved around so I made a lot of changes today, and I'm gonna talk to you guys in a minute those changes that I've made. Delta Bravo says, "Hey, I just bought a new little indoor mini grow garden. It's a 20-watt full spectrum LED. How close do I need the light to the top of my tomato seedlings?" You don't need it too high. So let's say, for example, when I have seedlings growing in this tray, I usually, so let's say the seedling is like that big, a light this far away is fine. So just less than a foot away. You don't want it too away, but you don't want it too close either. And then as your plants grow, if the light is adjustable, then you can move it higher and higher up as your plants get more mature. Yeah, 6 to 10 inches. Sounds like a great distance. What's up, Wilson? Thank you for being here. I feel like I didn't rinse the soap out of my coffee mug. Right. So my coffee kind of tastes like soap today. Anyways, you are so welcome, Delta Bravo. So, yeah, this morning I said, all right, enough of feeling like shit. Let's get our shit together. If you don't, then you're going to lose everything, and then you're really going to be depressed. There's still time to salvage what I've grown so far. And the tough part also is I wasn't enjoying my coffee. I had a sip and I was like, what the F is that? But anyways, so it's also an adjustment because I also got rid of all the plants in the orange tower. So the tent is feeling really empty these days, but that's okay. All right, so bear with me because my brain is like, and I made a lot of changes. So the first change was the dehumidifier. I got that working. We're gonna get that in the tent this weekend. No ifs, ands, or buts. The next change I made, so I'm spraying every day, and this morning I made the decision to get rid of all my watermelon plants except for the one where the watermelon's growing. They're not in good condition, and just in case they do also have mildew, because I'm wondering if that's maybe where it started, I decided to get rid of them. Now, because I've already gotten rid of 21 plants, it wasn't difficult. So now we're at 24 plants that I got rid of. I got rid of 3 watermelon plants this morning. That's one thing I did. Then I moved the dahlia plant. I'll show you in a tent tour in a minute, but I moved the dahlia plant over, so that's like on its own now out of the way. And I actually moved the strawberry plant to the end of the bucket system. Strawberries are not happy with anything under 22 degrees or anything over 22 degrees Celsius. So again, there's still time to get this plant to thrive and produce fruit that I can actually consume. So not all is lost. We're gonna get her back in shape. But then took my oscillating fans and I repositioned them to try to create some better airflow until the others arrive, because I ordered some other fans. Then, I know I said I wasn't gonna prune, but I pruned quite of my tomatoes because I got nervous this morning. You know, if the humidity's at 70% and you got all these leaves overlapping, then is leaves full together a sign it's too high or too low? I don't know. I think the light could be too, I don't know. That's a tough one because I'm still trying to learn, especially with tomatoes. I'm having a hard time. So usually if your stem is like flopping over and not strong, like it's leggy, that's usually a good indicator that it's not a leaf. But if your leaves are kind of getting dry and as a result they're folding, then that could mean your light's too high. Right now I've got some leaves curling on my pepper plants, which I'll show you in a minute, and that's an indicator of either the lights are too high in terms of intensity, or they're not getting watered enough because they're kind of drying. What's up, Anthony? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So yeah, a lot of changes. I moved around my oscillating fans to create better airflow. I pruned the tomatoes. What else did I do? I'm going to be moving around certain things in the bucket system. I've made the decision that I don't think to be adding anything new in the second bucket system. I think we're just going to stick with what we've got, maybe propagate our strawberries and fill up the second bucket system and just have more strawberry plants. But we're going to work with what we have and do the best we can. The thing I might do is if I get rid of my straight 8 cucumber plant, if it stops producing totally, then I might start just one Armenian plant, and that's it. And that's all under the assumption that all is well in the garden. Like the leaves are reaching up, try to close, and the stems are straight. Delta Bravo, do you mean like this? Are they like this, curling like this? Because, you know, it could also be your nutrients too. You know, sometimes with gardening, it's easy to look at the wrong thing, and that's what I'm guilty of. I'm always looking at something or focused on something when I should actually be focused on something totally different. So, for those of you that just joined, this week has been nuts. Towers have wilted multiple times. What's up, Pro Pyro? Happy Friday. My towers have wilted multiple times. I'm still running low on water. My bucket system stopped working this morning, but I was able to fix it. There's just a lot that has happened, and then I discovered that I had potential downy mildew on my plants and had to get rid of 20, well now we're at 4 plants. So today's the first day that I'm actually back in the tent with a new attitude, ready to try to salvage everything and give everything another go. No, the cotyledons are almost closing together like a book. That could be, did you try to, are you sure there's not, so inside the seed, the hull of the seedling, when you pick it off, sometimes the leaves stay stuck together. So maybe that's it. There's like a membrane inside the seed that sometimes gets stuck, and so your leaves look folded together, kind of like this. So this is obviously the squash just germinated or just sprouted. Are they stuck together like this? If so, give it more time. It'll open up with the light. So sometimes my seedlings stay like that for a while. But yeah, I don't have an example. The only thing we'll have the cotyledons left on are the eggplant. So I don't know, but if you can give us more information, then we can help you. All right, so we're gonna do a tent tour. First tent in a few days. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm thinking that I made a good call by removing what I did, and oh yeah, and I also got rid of 2 small tomato cloned plants this morning. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you all the changes I've made, and let's do it. Tent tour, let's go. All right, so first things first, our seedlings I've already shown you. Today was the first day I introduced some oxygen so that they don't get moldy or die on me. So I've got the squash seeds. To be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the squash. Squash is highly susceptible to mildew, just like cucumber, and so I might shelf that for now. So if anyone wants a squash plant, I'll get it in soil and I'll send it to you. The orange tower is empty, as we know. I mean, this yellow tower, it has blown up in the last couple of days. A lot of flowers happening. The celosia is finally starting to flower. So this was supposed to go in the outdoor garden this summer, and Hippie J, my outdoor garden is, it's seen better days. It's gotten a lot of Japanese beetles, and so it's definitely having a hard time. But yeah, so the celosias have finally started to flower, so we're gonna have some flowers in here, which is always fun since I just threw out all my plants. And I have my tower zinnias, which are doing great. These are not flowering yet. Got the parsley, which is growing back after multiple harvests this last week. And the mustard was looking rough in the orange tower, but I cut up the roots and just put her in the yellow tower, and she's doing great now. So we've got mustard coming back. The sage plant has taken off. I had to get rid of the dill. It didn't make it during the transplant. I've got some basil, which is doing good here. And then we've got all these flowers that are blooming on the zinnia plant. Now, it's not on the right nutrients, so they're not the nicest looking flowers, but they're still flowering, which is exciting. So yeah, that's the yellow tower. Much, much better than it was before. And then the green tower, I'm working on it. I had some watering issues this morning, and I also harvested a lot in the last couple of days. Like I said, it's a give and take, right? This is the first week that I've had like a week from hell in the grow tent, but it's also the first week that I didn't need to buy groceries because I had everything I needed growing. So again, it's like balance, right? Give and take. All right, moving on. So that was the green tower, and then I just moved my lemon seedling here for now. I had to fix my watering nozzle this morning, so we're back on track. So the tomatoes, they're doing better. This morning, the leaves were like totally curled. They really needed water, and so right now the watering is just set for an hour straight just to revive these guys because they're having a hard time. So yeah, I'm gonna be pruning these over the next few days, just, you know, multiple times a day, but I've got some really nice tomato clusters and a lot of new fruit coming, so I would hate to get rid of these plants. They look okay. I've assessed closely. They look fine. Same with the cucumber plant. Even though it does have this spotting, I can tell you that this is a nutrient deficiency, not downy mildew. Now, whether or not they're going to get it eventually, I don't know. But this happened over a very slow period of time, and it's because these buckets haven't nutrients. Because if it were just mildew and not nutrients, they'd also be flowering and doing much better. So here's some of the changes now. These strawberries. So I also moved my air purifier, which has a HEPA filter, which don't put bad voodoo in the air. I know. It's honestly, if it's in the air, it was already here, not by me. But yeah, so I moved the air purifier. It was over here before, just by my workstation. I moved it here. This is where the potential outbreak was. And so it's got a HEPA filter and a UV light with a UV mode. So I have both the UV mode and the air purification on. And HEPA filter is supposedly really good for removing mold spores and mildew spores from the air. It's supposedly really effective. So I've got that running 4/7 in here just to make sure. Oh no, that's not good, Delta Bravo. Are they outdoor? You might actually have black spot. So the strawberries used to be by the watermelon. I've moved them to the corner of the grow. This is because they were so crowded over there, and that obviously, if the watermelons do have it, I was concerned about them spreading it to the strawberries. Also, the fan is right there now, so I some nice air circulation on this end. My tomatoes are getting breezed, and so are the strawberries, so maybe it'll be cooler for them, and maybe we'll get fruit. And then now the clones kind of have their own space, so they can grow this as well. This is our second clone. The third one didn't make it. I had to get rid of it because this plant just grew so big. So what I might actually do is, once I get these buckets cleaned, I might switch for 1 vessel bucket top and just have this strawberry in her own bucket. But I think we're gonna salvage her. I think she'll be fine. I do have strawberries growing, but again, they're still on the softer side. Hopefully with the change in temperature, I mean, it's much cooler here and it's nice and breezy. So maybe we got this, you guys. Maybe we'll figure this out. But they are some nice little strawberries. Some good news. This is what I mean, is like your garden will always have your back. I've had a week where I literally, I know I keep saying this, I cried for the last 2 days straight. I was so upset. I don't know, I'm so connected to my plants that it was really a difficult couple of days for me. And this morning I felt unmotivated to get back into things, but I knew I had to. And once I did, look what I discovered. So you guys, I was telling you about this dahlia plant, how I was really upset that I had to get rid of the other two because these were my last 2 seeds from a flower cultivator called Florette Flower. She's awesome. And I was so excited about this variety, and I was so bummed out because I germinated my last few seeds and I just threw out 2 seedlings. I have 2 plants. I have a plant left, and check it out. Our first bud is right there. So even though I had to get rid of my zinnia flowers and I was really upset, it's not that bad because I have some new flowers that are going to be growing soon. So I'm really excited about that. That's a great way to lift my spirits, and again, testament to how my garden has my back. It knew I was upset, and it gave me a pick-me-up. I got rid of the other watermelon plants and thoroughly disinfected everything. I do have a little bit of browning on the corner of the leaves, but to be honest with you, it could either be mildew or nutrient deficiency. I'm leaning toward nutrient deficiency only because these girls haven't gotten proper feeding in time. So, oh, I forgot to take cutting off. But yeah, so the tomato I pruned quite a bit. They look okay. I think they're gonna be fine. I've got some huge clusters of tomatoes forming, so we're gonna have an abundance of fruit happening soon. And the watermelon's still growing. Hopefully after watering, oh, I should turn the water back on. Hang on, you guys. Just make sure the water's still on. All right. So I also moved, so this fan is here, and then I moved the other fan up there so that it's kind of like blowing down this way, and this one is kind of blowing this way, and then you got the inline fans up there blowing this way. So all I need maybe are some ceiling fans up here just to add some extra air circulations. I've got 2 more coming, and now our Chinese 5-color pepper plant has more space because I got rid of everything else. I'm thinking maybe I should move all my peppers to this bucket system and then eventually move those tomatoes over here and just kind of rearrange the bucket, things more space and make things more uniform. So those are going to be considerations in the next week or so once I figure out the humidity. But you can definitely see that there's more airflow because it's easier for me to even show you the plant on camera. I did my best to clean the bucket tops, but these plants are so large it's kind of challenging. But yeah, so we've got 2 Chinese 5-color pepper plants. Again, we've got some issues happening here, but this is not mildew. This I can confirm 100% is a nutrient deficiency. So even though I do have some issues, those are nothing that can't be fixed. Same here, I had watering issues, so you can see there's a lot of yellowing on the bell pepper plants, but they're gonna be just fine. They're gonna be fine. And then yeah, these are all the pepper plants. I don't want to touch anything just because I want to be careful. But yeah, we've got our jalapenos. We've got some more bell peppers on the way. And I don't know where my bell peppers went. Trying not to touch anything, but oh, there they are. We got some there. Delta Bravo, that's a great question. I found a website that has like all these pictures of what different nutrient deficiencies look like. So I should include that link in the description in the next time because it's so helpful and it really helped me make the decision on whether or not I should get rid of my plants. All right, so next bucket system is very empty. As you guys know, I had 9 cucumber plants all along here. I had 3 zinnia plants right here. So we got rid of all that. We got rid of the tomatillos. So all we have left now are bell peppers, plant, and cherry tomatoes. And that's okay. Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe we just need to spread things out for better airflow. So the tomatoes are looking a little rough. They're not getting the right nutrients. They haven't been getting fed. But we're going to get those girls back on track. The eggplant are coming along nicely. There's one down there that's kind of stunted. And then we've got the first flower that binned today on the new bell peppers. So I'll just show you a closer look. So yeah, we got flowers. I was going to top them. I guess I still should. I just never got around to it because of the crap that happened this week. But yeah, so today is just more about catching you guys up on the changes I've made and getting our bloom fertilizer into the buckets. So yeah, changes, but all for the better, I hope. And then once the dehumidifier's in here, things should be better. So by this weekend, I will be chilling my water in the reservoir and dehumidifying the environment. So those are 2 huge, crucial adjustments that are going to be game-changing. And then today's the day we get our nutrients back on track. I clean up. I'm also going to be moving a few things around. I just want to be like extra sure that nothing's going on before I have anything else around. The only reason why I jumped the gun to move the strawberry was because it's producing but not good product. And so I feel guilty, you know, like having this plant that's fruiting and the fruit isn't good. I've got to get the fruit to improve so that I can actually enjoy it and then it's growing for a reason. You know what I mean? Good morning, Grow and Mo Flower. Thank you for being here and thank you for the good vibes. I sure needed them, but we're all good now, you guys. I'm still you know, I'm very hard on myself, so I'm quite disappointed and kicking myself, but it is what it is, and I'm just glad that I got out of my funk today, because I feel better now, and let's do this. Let's get things back on track. Good morning, Brian. Thank you for being here. Hang tight, you guys. I'm just gonna go get or something to mix my nutrients. All right, so DC's B says, so the back is still bummered up, but yesterday God answered my prayers. He sent me someone to pick my greens. I was so worried about them going too long with me not being able to bend over to pick. Good morning, everyone. So who picked your green beans? All right, just hang tight 1 minute. Good morning, DBs. Thank you for being here. All right, I'm back. And I replaced my coffee. I'm back. Morning, Jack Ashes. Thank you for being here. Just catching up on the chat. A friend came to pick them. They didn't even know how my back was. My back was messed up. There was. Aww. That's so nice. I love that. DC's Beats. I'm the same way with my flower garden. I give all of my flowers away because it makes people so happy to the degree where I've got nothing left for myself, but it's honestly so fulfilling to put a smile of that level on somebody's face, you know, and that's my favorite thing to do, is make people smile. It's fun giving fresh, real food to people. LOL, yes. What's up, Jack Ashes? Hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Friday, everyone. Always fun to you smiling and gardening. Thank you so much. Respect to all of you guys. You guys are awesome. Honestly, you guys really made me understand the meaning of community this week. Everyone showed up and made me feel like I'm not alone, which is really nice when you're going through a tough time. Good morning, Les. Les had me cracking up this morning. I should have taken a screenshot and shared it on the green screen. Maybe we'll do that on tomorrow's live. We're gonna show everybody the artwork, the shirts that Les has been working on. I mean, DC's Bees, I hope you're up and running by then, but if not, that's a good friend right there. Those are good friends. Everyone needs friends like that. Thank you so much, Grown Mo. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a great day so far. I've always had a difficult time not doing it all myself. Yes. I don't like help. I don't want people's help. I'm such a control freak. But then sometimes I put things off, and then when someone's like, why don't I do that for you? I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it when I'm ready. Just leave me alone. Post it in the community. So it's been a while since I've given my plants in either of the buckets bloom. So today's the day. I'll just put some blood because the other day I pulled my mesh spoons out of the hydrogen peroxide and some dripped on my hand and my finger turned completely white. If you know, you know. I was raised to be self-sufficient in my jobs. I kind of take it a little far sometimes. Yeah, I was raised self-sufficient to a certain degree. So yeah, I definitely can understand the difficulty to accept help, that's for sure. DC's B says, you are sounding more chipper today, Nat. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you so much. You know what? I thought to myself, my job is to like show up here and be positive, not to complain. And so yesterday with the whole internet thing, I took that as a sign from the universe saying, you know what? Take a break because it's too much right now. And so I took my break and I feel great today. I woke up with a positive attitude, thinking that even though I'm still unmotivated and still feeling, if I don't intercept and do what I can now, then everything will be lost. And so the feeling that there's still hope and that I can still salvage my garden is what's making me excited. And before the live, I took about an hour and a half just to tend to as much as I could. And now I'm feeling not like I have things fully under control, but better control of things. And it's funny because I think it was on Monday or Tuesday, I hopped on here and I was like, all right, today's the day we're getting things back under control after a shitty week and blah, blah. And so I feel like I already had this speech, but we'll do it again. Today's the day I get things back under control after a shitty week. So, because I've been trying to fix my watering nozzles in my bucket system, or my misting nozzles, I've just been adding water to the buckets. I've been in like survival mode the last week for my plants. And so, because CalMag precedes any other nutrients, I keep adding CalMag and then all the water depletes, and then I add more water, and then I'm like, don't add bloom because CalMag precedes the nutrients. And then more CalMag and no bloom. And so this morning I added the CalMag and made sure that the nozzles are working. So I'm gonna check again one more time before adding the bloom. why I've had hesitations is because a lot of the time I add CalMag and then the nozzles don't work properly, but I don't realize it. And then I go ahead and add in the bloom. And I think because the water is properly circulating, the roots aren't uptaking, meaning I'm locking out because I'm pretty much adding everything in one reservoir, if that makes sense. Even though it's at different times, it's not circulating. So now that everything's circulating and I'm sure of it, now I feel comfortable adding the bloom. I am learning so many technical first-hand skills. I can tell you that even though I was running this tent by myself from day one, now I think, well, I don't want to jinx anything, but honestly, anything can go wrong, and I think I could figure out how to fix it. Even with my leaks in the bucket, I know how to fix it. It's just too much of an undertaking to do right now. But yes, I have learned a lot, and I feel like I could even help other people with their indoor grows, which is maybe overconfident, but fake it till you make it, right? But don't get me wrong, I'm still very sad. But that one and a half that I spent right before the live really turned my mood around. So sometimes, you guys, you feel like shit and you just can't find the motivation and you just don't want to tackle the task at hand, but you gotta force yourself, because there is no chance it's not going to make you feel better. There is no chance. I feel a lot better, and it was very to get myself motivated this morning. Thank you, Les, appreciate you. And DCB says, remember, this is just your second season learning this system. Yes, so it's my third grow, but my second year. And we'll see what happens, you guys. We'll see what happens. So ProPyro, I did not, I mean, I kind of did, but I didn't. The distiller is working, but only because I boil the water in a kettle and then I add it to the distiller so that the distiller doesn't have to work hard to boil the water. All it does is cruise at a certain voltage or whatever so that it doesn't short out. What was happening was I'd add in like cold water or room temperature water or even 130 degrees, and the distiller would short out. So it reaches 212 degrees and then it cruises and distills for 3 hours or for 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I couldn't get it to not short out, and so I started boiling the water in a kettle so that it's already 212. I added to the distiller, turned the distiller on, and now it doesn't have to work overtime to get hot. And so now it doesn't short out, and now it's working. It's not enough water. However, now that we've eliminated half the plants from the second bucket system, now that we've torn down or taken down the orange tower, I should still be okay. So I've replaced the fuse many times, Jackashes. This is the relay. The relay keeps out. It's already been taken apart and put back together. DC's Bees is, so you call it grows instead of seasons, I guess, because technically I could call it seasons if I had like a prop schedule, but I'm calling it a run or a grow just because I don't know how long it's going to take. My previous grows have been interrupted by mildew or pests, and so after 5-6 months, sometimes even 4 months, I've got to take everything down. But now this is the longest I've had everything, and so that is why I was so upset. I was so upset. But now I'll get over it. So yeah, I don't know what to call it. A season, a grow. I don't know. It's weird because there's 4 seasons in a year, but for some reason I only keep having 1.5 grows per year. I always tend to feel motivated in like March or April, and I start seeds, and then I have my indoor grow through the summer season, which is awesome. So this time I want to see, like, if my run lasts, I don't know how long these tomatoes are gonna last. They're indeterminate, so as long as I take care of them, I have no idea. Same with the peppers or the strawberries. Like, if you don't gotta overwinter, what do you do? So, but yes, DC's bees, it's like a growth cycle, pretty much. It's just I've had to interrupt all the growth cycles, so it's difficult to say how long each growth cycle lasts. Jack Ashes, where is your distiller from? So I got one from Vivor, and the output is too much for the voltage. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It just keeps shorting out every time I turn it on, and it's been an ongoing issue. It's been an ongoing issue since I've had the distiller. So I claimed my warranty and I got a replacement, and eventually the same thing kept on happening. And so I keep putting a band-aid on the issue, but a new issue keeps arising. So I went by my friends at Earth Culture, the iconic shop. I went to their place the other day, and they showed me their reverse osmosis system, and I might get me one of those. It's I forget what it was called, Hydrotech or Hydrologic. It's a cute little portable RO system, and it just connects to your water source, and it's like 75 gallons per day or something like that. An appliance guy that used to be everywhere. Just YouTube it. I know strawberry is a phase of dormancy before they start producing again. Oh, I didn't know that. Vivor makes everything. It's just a lot of the stuff isn't thought out correctly. But there's certain products that are great. I have my rain barrel from Vivor. I have my kneeler. You guys, this is like the best thing I've ever gotten in my grow tent. It's a little kneeler. So if I need to work, I can like sit on it, or you can flip it around and use it if you need to do something on your knees. It's awesome. I love it. Yeah, even, I forget, I was watching some reality show. Was it Traders? I don't know. I was watching some reality show, and they had their set used like Vivor products. Like, they had a Vivor tent, and I don't know, some competition show, I forget. Alright, so I need to think. I add in 4 jugs of water, so 16 liters. So I'm going to add in 2 milliliters per liter. That's where I left off, but it's been a while, so hopefully it won't shock them. Plus, there's also additional water that's in each individual reservoir. So I feel I need to keep checking every so often the nozzles to make sure they're working. So I didn't know this until a couple weeks ago, but High Clean, which is, I'll show you guys in a minute. I was adding it in first before anything, and supposedly you're supposed to use it last. And it's supposed to make your nutrients more soluble so you don't clog up your lungs. Alright, so this is for the first bucket system. The second bucket system, I've been adding like 1 jug at a time, so I don't even know how much water is in it. So yeah, this weekend is gonna be reorganizing the bucket system a little bit. I've got 2 pepper plants that need to be repotted, so we'll probably do that tomorrow. One of the days we'll top the new pepper plants, and the other day we'll repot some of the pepper plants and move them around. So that's gonna be this weekend, you guys. It's gonna be fun. We are going to make light of a bad situation, and we are going to spread things out in the grow tent. Hopefully it'll make for a better environment that it's easier to manage. Maybe I got a little too ahead of myself having all 5 systems full. All right, this is going in the first bucket system. Happy accidents, exactly. And you know, the Chinese 5-color pepper plant is like begging to be in its own bucket, you know, so maybe that'll be the day. It'll also be a good opportunity. What I really wanted to do was take, you know, the peppers, because I've been having issues with the nozzles. I really wanted to take them out, prune the roots, because those ones, they're not trellised or anything. I could just take them right out, bring them to the station and prune. And so prune the roots, prune the tops, make sure everything's good, assess the leaves, and maybe rehome them to the second bucket system so that they have more space. Maybe I'll move all the peppers to the second bucket system and bring back the tomatoes to this side. Maybe that's a good call. Just one full side of peppers and one full side of everything else. Oh my gosh, 2 people that are quote Bob Ross. Look at that. We got some Bob Ross fans in the house. Also, you guys, because of my issues yesterday, I did miss live with Andrew from Ogo. However, him and his wife did a great live yesterday on their channel. So if you guys are looking for something to watch that's all things outdoor gardening, hydroponics and whatever, go check out their YouTube. It was actually a really great live. I told him, hey man, you should just replace me with your wife, because that was great. I really enjoyed watching it. So yeah, tune into that. We've got a lot of good stuff going on. And as for me, I think I just needed the time. So it worked in my favor. The universe had my back and was like, you're not going to take a break? We're going to force a break on you. Do you remember when I first started these lives, I couldn't even mix this. Now, I get called. Oh, Les, are you an actual artist? Oh, I didn't know that. Very cool. Les, you should absolutely share some of your artwork in the community. So for those of you that don't know, if you have something cool you want to show pertaining to your garden or plants or whatever it might be, there is a community forum on my YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. So when you go to my channel, in the homepage, there's a tab, community, and a couple people have put their harvests and stuff or their plants, which is always fun. I love seeing that. So the second bucket system, I'm not going to do as much. I'm going to start off with 20 mils. everyone's having a great day so far. It's almost the weekend. I can't believe summer's almost over already, you guys. So crazy. It flies. I also made sure to clean all the paintbrushes I was using for pollination. It's been a couple of days since I pollinated because I wanted to make sure I sterilized everything, because maybe I accidentally pollinated and caused it. Like maybe there was like a mold spore somewhere on the workstation and I created the issue. I don't know. See, I'm not ready for winter at all, but the only thing that's making me kind of look forward to winter is whether or not this grow lasts until then. I'm going to prepare myself so that if it doesn't, I'm growing through the winter. So I haven't had that yet. Usually the winter is when I've lost my grow and then I'm all depressed and I want to take a break from growing. But this time, you know, while it's freaking blizzarding and snowing outside, I want to be able to have my garden to enjoy and grow like so many flowers that I would grow in the summer. And all the stuff that you see people doing in the summer, I want to do it in the winter because that's really going to show people the benefits of indoor gardening. And so that's the only thing that's making me look forward to the winter, is I have yet to spend a winter cultivating a grow and cultivating plants. So all right, so then we're going to go in both systems and add the High Clean, which is from Hydrozyme. And it's supposed to make your fertilizer or your nutrients more soluble so that you don't get buildup in your lines. Now, I know that it's probably already too late because I already have buildup in my lungs, but just doing the best I can, you guys. Doing the best I can. All right. So we're going to bring this to the first bucket system. Well, that didn't last long. I've already got water all over the floor. Yep. I've already got a leak. Yay! Same I grow inside too. It's having to work outside is a bummer. Yes, I can imagine. I grow inside in the winter. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why. It's like the weirdest thing. I obviously have this grow tent to grow my own food all year round, and my first grow, when I decided to start seeds and stuff, it started in July and then quickly ended in December. So it didn't even last 6 months because I had thrips and I had powdery mildew, and I think I was sick. Yeah, I think I was sick and I couldn't take care of the garden, or maybe that was the second year. No, that was the first year. So my first grow was July to December, and then my second grow was from like April, May 2024 to about same thing, like December. So it's so weird. Like I grow during the summer months, but not the winter. It's so odd. It's because I wasn't organized and I couldn't get my shit together, but this time I'm gonna figure it out. All right, so I added in, what did I add? I added in 16 liters to my first bucket system. So I'm just going to add in 16 milliliters of high clean to my first bucket system and 12 mils to my second. BRB. Yeah, apparently with the high clean, you don't have to wait. You just add it right after your nutrients. So this morning was the CalMag, then the Bloom, then the high clean. I got my system filled with water. I got the nutrients. I did as much pruning as I could. Everything sprayed this morning. I just haven't pollinated today. I'm gonna wait for that. We'll pollinate tomorrow. And yeah, we'll deal with the peppers and take care of that. And by the end of the weekend, everything should be back on track and in working order. And yeah, I gotta wait for my fans to come in. I've gotta get some bean seeds. Think about a new tower soon. And that's it, guys. Fingers crossed in the next couple of days, everything stays on track. I don't have any surprises. So that's it. That's it for today. It was more just of a touch point to show you guys what's in the last couple of days and how I'm trying to bounce back or rebound, if you will, from the issues I had this last week. And it just is the way it is. I had so many people reach out to me, tell me they've been through the same thing. And yeah, it's the name of the game. So time to toughen up and deal with it, because I gotta just, you know, get used to it. This is going to happen more than once in my life, and I probably will experience this heartbreak more than once in life. And so what a better way to do it than to do it with community. Yes, the next phase of Garden Stories will commence for sure. You have started a little community where people can share ideas. Everyone here enjoys your live broadcast. Thank you so much. I'm sure it's become a highlight of everyone's day. Aw, thank you so much, Les. I appreciate you guys so much. Honestly, I consider you all like friends. You guys are all so wonderful. And, for tuning in, for supporting. I appreciate you all. And you guys are just the best. So on that note, happy Friday. I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day and all the positivity, because I've got some back now, so now I can share. So yeah, guys, hope you guys all have a wonderful day. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a wonderful weekend. This weekend is going to be pepper rehab weekend. So if you guys want to come hang out with me to take care of my pepper plants, then I'll see you here tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. But if not, have a great freaking weekend, everybody. And yeah, high five to you all. Thank you, Bernie. Appreciate it. Thanks, ProPyro. Thank you, Jack Ashes. Thank you, Les. Thank you, Death. Thank you, Moafizz. Thank you, everybody. Mo Flower. Thank you, DC's Bees. I don't know. I'm probably forgetting so many people. What's up? Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Happy Friday, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Yes, yes, please post it, Les. Les put my head, very questionable body. I mean, it's a great body, it's just not my body. But yeah, post it. That's hilarious. We can all have a good laugh. I got a really good sense of humor, you guys, so it's all good. We can have some fun in the community. Go check out Les's shirt designs, and if you guys want some, you can vote. And if you guys like it, I'll send you guys out some. I'm just kidding. But all right, have a good day. Bye, everybody. Thank you again.